What's up, everybody? I'm Hufford. Welcome to 100 Days of SEO. I've radically changed my life and my career with SEO. The goal of 100 Days of SEO is to help you do the same. Here in this video today, I'm going to help you build out the best possible WordPress website for SEO. Let's do it. All right, what is up? We are in my computer. Let's talk about kicking all of the ass at WordPress SEO. I've got something special for you. If you watch until the end of this video, I'm going to make a pretty special offer to help you for free with your website. So make sure you watch all the way to the end of the video. If you're new here, I'm Hufford. I'm the founder of SEO for the Rest of Us and 100 Days of SEO. I'm going to leverage everything I know about from my own work, my own sites that I've personally ranked, all of my clients, both my personal clients and my clients as the SEO director of Click Studios. And also, all of my expertise as a former teacher. Spent 10 years in the classroom and all around I'm a pretty regular dude. I'm going to leverage all of that today to help you, because in the next 2 minutes, you're going to learn the best framework for SEO success, the best WordPress plugins for SEO, how to do permalink structure, the best theme for WordPress SEO, WordPress SEO performance, and WordPress SEO hosting tips. So much WordPress SEO, you might even wager to say all of the WordPress SEO. Now, why are we talking about WordPress SEO? Well, 34 is the percentage of the internet that uses WordPress, and 15 of the top 100 websites in the world runs on WordPress. Now, that's significant. It's only 15 of the top 100, but when you consider the other top 100 are Google, Facebook, Twitter, sites that could not possibly, these are apps they could not possibly run on WordPress. The fact that 15% of the top 100, that's extremely significant. So let's dive right in. What is the best SEO framework when it comes to WordPress? And this is what I personally call the I am SEO framework. So the I in I am is intent, figuring out what people want and why do they want it, and then creating content that perfectly matches that intent. Next is the asset, like how are we going to give that to them? This is typically on a website in the form of articles. The medium where those articles will live is our website. And then finally, the bonus is how do we make it more relevant? And as you can tell from the icon there, this means links. But today we're going to talk about creating a badass WordPress SEO website to help you rank higher in search. And the way we do that is both by mastering the intent, but also figuring out what our assets are and mostly our medium. So let's talk about the best SEO plugins. This is a question I get asked all the time. Brendan, what's the best plugin for WordPress SEO? And there's none. At least not how you think of them. Because here's what most people think about WordPress SEO. They think that it's supposed to be just this, hey, here's my Yoast plugin or my whatever other ones, and I make the lights green and that does SEO for me. And that is 100% false. Most of these things you're trying to turn green, most of these little stoplights are trash. Not only do they not correlate, there's a great study by Ahrefs that proves definitively none of these things actually correlate with ranking, compared to links, compared to site authority, all of that other stuff. This plugin will not help you rank. Here's just me breaking it down. All the ones with red X's are dumb, but the green ones are helpful. Did you put your key phrase in the title? AKA, are you talking about what you're talking about? Don't use something clever in your title. Be very clear. Are you using outbound links? Of course you should be linking out to other helpful resources. Are you linking to other things on your own website? Well, of course you should be doing that. And is it something you've written about before on your website? Well, this is what's dumb about this, is that you should reuse key phrases in different contexts in different articles. And that's, again, all of this is stupid. Putting your key phrase in the first paragraph is so dumb. That's the worst copy in the world. Nobody wants to read a sentence where it's like, have you ever thought about WordPress SEO? Like, of course they have. Anyways, don't waste your time with this plugin. Here's what the best plugins for WordPress SEO are. These are performance plugins. These are my two favorite. They're created by the same people. This is Autoptimize and Async JavaScript. These are going to radically speed up your website, and a faster website is better for humans, and I would argue extremely important for ranking. So let's talk a little bit more about performance. When I think about performance, I love to use, there's a couple different things. There's GT metrics, but here's just a look at Google Page Speed Insights. Now, how am I getting a 98% score on desktop? Well, it's using those performance plugins. It's also having a really good theme, which we'll talk about here in a moment. And it's also about having really good hosting and site architecture, which we'll also talk about. Now, I'm not doing great on mobile. I could do a lot of things better for mobile. It's just kind of the trade-off of where I'm at right now on my personal website. I'm not really trying to rank brendanhufford.com for anything significant. If I had a website that got like 80 or 90% mobile traffic, then I would care a lot more about that, and I would probably change up my design. But what I love about Google Page Speed Insights is it tells you can actually see how it paints your website in layers. You can see what's causing issues, what's happening, what's going on. And those plugins will clean up quite a bit of it, especially deferring off-screen images, everything like that. Some of these slides, you can notice the colors change. These come from the actual course, SEO for the Rest of Us, which will be opening up here shortly as well. If you want to check that out, you can go to brendanhufford.com/newsletter to get notified when that opens. Next, let's talk about hosting. I mentioned that's one of the things that makes my website really fast. So why does hosting matter for SEO? Again, it makes your website super fast. It'll be up more often, and it'll be more secure, because a lot of us are using shared WordPress hosting. This is your Bluehost, your GoDaddy, your HostGator. They're cramming as many websites as they can on a server, and they don't care about quality. They care about volume. They're filled with upsells and hidden fees, and if your site gets really popular, they actually slow your website down until you pay them more. They kind of hold you at ransom. Shared hosting is terrible if you're serious about running an online business or having a website that performs well in search. So that's why I use Flywheel. Flywheel is where I host all of my most important WordPress websites. I recommend you check them out as well. You can go to 100daysofseo.com/flywheel to check them out, or you can just Google Flywheel hosting and you'll find your way there as well. Next is permalink structure. So your permalink structure is literally what your URLs look like. Now, I recommend option 1 here, where you have your website and then just the page name or post name that goes after it. That's it. It's a very clean, short, and simple permalink structure. But the other option is to put categories in there. Now, sometimes that makes sense. For instance, the other day, my buddy Pat Flynn asked, they're having a debate internally how to structure their URLs. Should it be email marketing as like the category and then beginner's guide, or email marketing as the category and then beginner's guide to email marketing? He was wondering, is there going to be a penalty for doubling your keywords up and kind of stuffing more in there? And I just said the first is preferred, but the second isn't going to hurt you, because Google knows that email marketing is an important part of the website. So, there's really no reason to put it in twice. John Doherty, you should also check out. I'll put a link in the description. He's on an upcoming Friends Friday of 100 Days of SEO. One of the smartest SEO people I know. Also said there's no penalty, but it's not going to help by putting more keywords in that URL. And the shorter is more linkable. The second one that Pat has here is a very confusing URL for a human to look at or share. And then I did a quick Ahrefs analysis. Ahrefs is the SEO tool that I love and use with on my own sites and also all my clients. If you look at all the URL structures here, nothing stands out, right? We have Opt-in Monster using the domain and then just title. MailChimp is the domain and then the title. You see that HubSpot has a marketing category in there. Campaign Monitor has /resources/guides, then the title. WP Beginner is Showcase. There's nothing in there that really shows anything is favored in terms of search when it comes to permalink structure. Now, permalinks also lend themselves to site architecture. Site architecture absolutely matters for SEO, for indexing, ranking, and also for humans. I like to silo my content. This is a great graphic from WordPress. I try to silo my content as much as I can and create content clusters. Now, when you're siloing your content, this typically makes more sense in terms of if I have a bunch of locations, we should silo that. We should link them together. We should link together all of our different instructors and things like that. Now, I prefer content clusters, not that they're against silos or in comparison to them. This long definition from HubSpot is much better explained with this graphic from the future. From the future, it's their name. Awesome SEO and design agency out of Philadelphia. If you look, most websites just look like this, where you just have tons of content on the blog and wherever else. Now, I've used this on all of my own websites and my clients' websites. And what I've found is across all of that work that the subtopics not only should be optimized for long tail keywords, but also for different types of intent, whether they're at this general level of awareness or they're product aware or solution aware. I take my levels of awareness from Eugene Schwartz, Breakthrough Advertising. It's a great direct marketing copywriting book. And what you end up with is something like this, where you have all of these really nicely organized content clusters, topic clusters. And when these are linked together in this way with the subtopics related to like a pillar page or kind of an epic guide in the middle, when one does better, they all do better. The last thing is just really making sure that the content depth is where it needs to be. We're not burying the content super deep on the website. If it takes 5 or 6 clicks to get to something, I like to use Screaming Frog to kind of crawl the site and see how much things are buried. For instance, there's stuff on brendanhufford.com that's super buried and that I really need to surface and figure out some better ways, probably by putting categories and things on the homepage in a way that makes sense. But this is super helpful because anything that gets buried on your website will also get buried in search. So building the best possible WordPress website for SEO, I always think about themes. Now, I just let the professionals do this. I use StudioPress themes on almost all of my websites. You can check them out, 100daysofseo.com/StudioPress. I love their themes. If you go to brendanhufford.com, that's StudioPress theme. The same theme is over on photomba.net, one of my kind of successful side projects. I would highly recommend checking out both of those, but also again, 100daysofseo.com/StudioPress will get you there. They perform extremely well. When I have the plugins and everything in there and really good hosting, they perform really, really well in search. They're also great for users. I've had compliments on it from actual designers, and I'm like, that's cool. I didn't do it. It's just a stock StudioPress theme. So they're incredibly professional as well, and I love that. Now, if you want to learn about how to put all this together and you want to learn how to create content that ranks, check out the One Ranking Away Challenge. We're getting tons of really, really strong feedback on it. You can see Amy and Ricky here, just a lot of good reviews and also seeing a lot of results, which is what I like. I'm looking forward to putting out some case studies. This is completely free, 30-day challenge. You can check it out at 100daysofseo.com. Right there on the homepage, go ahead and sign up. Again, I use Flywheel for all of my most important WordPress websites. You can check them out at 100daysofseo.com/Flywheel, and I use Podreacher. All of my blog posts, all of the show notes you see over at 100daysofseo.com are done by Podreacher. Now, I promise you more than just an internet high five here. I promise you something great if you watched until the end and kept up with this video. Now, what WordPress website are you working on right now? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll review the first 10 with some quick just SEO tips. Something from this video, if you're working on a WordPress website and you need help, and you want to know what your next step should be, because that's really all we want to know. We just want to know what's the next thing I need to do. I don't need 50 steps. This video is probably really overwhelming because I gave you everything. It's probably like drinking from a fire hose. But this high five gif is getting overwhelming. Leave your URL below, and I'll make sure I'll give you some quick feedback that will really make a difference on your website. I've been Brendan Hufford. Don't forget to work hard, be nice to people, and don't get too lost trying to create something that matters.